Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Radio, and today we are taking a look at Midweek Magic. This is basically an Alchemy event with a little addition. Basically, it's the slowdown emblem. It basically forces the first player's lands to enter tap no matter what. So it's a bit of a slowdown. It's not a very big deal, but it doesn't mean that you can't go aggro. You just can't go mono red aggro, that big deal. But you can still do aggro in different ways. So this is an Alchemy event, so we will be. I guess I could have done lizards as well, but here we're taking a look at bats instead. I've been meaning to try Golden Sidekick for a while. Kind of shame that it's now 1-3 instead of 2-2. This was really very good back then, but it's still quite powerful. Now the purpose of this is pretty much a combination of life gain and triggers over time. But we also get a lot of additional benefits as well. So the Golden Sidekick is our main life gain payoff. Whenever you gain life, a random card in your hand perpetually gets a bonus. And let's see what else we have here. But then we also have a bit of a payoff where we do a bit of life drain as well. Now this targeting is going to be a bit important, but we also get some big benefits with Zoraline. We're also using the Darkstar Banisher's additional removal, Sanguine Evangelist to pretty much help go white here, bats being bats. But we actually have some interesting interaction with Forsaken Miner here. Now we have Ruthless Lawbringer. When this creature enters, sacrifice another creature to destroy a non-land permanent. Target non-land permanent is important, so basically it loops with this one, so you can sacrifice the Forsaken Miner and get it back. So based on at the cost of 4 mana, pretty neat. Vengeful Blood Witch also gives us additional triggers for that, so we're quite happy with that. Sheltered by Ghost is kind of okay. So we're pretty much running this as a basic aggro package. And we'll see how this one pans out. I was able to do some early testing. It worked really well. Now I want to know if it pans out just as well now that quite some time has passed. Maybe not that great but the surveillance worked really great in this format. So we are taking a bit of a turn off here. I probably should not have kept this hand, to be honest, but the surveil, we're kind of hoping to surveil into a 2-mana card. I said 2 mana. I'm willing to drop on Zoraline. Oh, double sheltered. I'm also seeing quite a bit of seeing quite a bit of white black as well. The Cavern Bat. If our opponent has a set, they might take the Sheltered by Ghost and have a second Deep Cavern Bat to take the other Sheltered by Ghost. So that might be an issue. I probably could have run more Sheltered by Ghost. This also targets. Oh, they're taking an Evangelist instead. Okay. So this sends it back to hand, so... Opponent did not swing, which is interesting. Also, opponent did not have the removal. I will take the 3 life. It is a bit of a non-bow with this one. Oh wait, play this first. Discard Barons. Also, our opponent's swinging is kind of weird. You probably didn't want to do that. The next turn, I'm probably gonna just put the Sheltered by Ghost. Abyssal Harvester. I actually had bad experiences with this one. sacrifice this. We'll destroy this. We'll swing with this. We are actually running a bit light on lands. I actually did cut quite a few. We're just doing this again, but yeah, remember that I definitely want Enduring Innocence here. Do I want to play both? I kind of do. I can see an argument for actually just putting it on here. Opponent might just okay. That's fine. It's actually it's quite good. It's actually not bad as removal. So definitely playing Innocence, Enduring Innocence first. Yeah, the more I think of it, that was, well, we do get a few triggers. Okay, we'll take that hit. All set. Oh yeah, they exiled it, that's fine. Okay, so opponent does have to wear Fox probably to get this back, so that is a problem. I could swing with this, but it just ends up trading. I don't want to give them this one back if I can help it. Yeah, Sheltered by Ghost not give, but it does reduce the. So we'll take. We'll play the Lawbringer later. We'll draw an extra card first. Maybe our opponent has removal for this. Yeah, they're probably going to exile the Enduring Innocence first, which is fine. Because then we can use Ruthless Lawbringer on. Opponent could just sack it for life. Ooh, wow, they're exploring quite a bit. Okay, so you do have a Golden Sidekick as well. Let's see how to sequence this. Flying Lifelink. Now, an argument could be made for not destroying Amalia, and just destroy one of the bodyguards instead. So I could swing with this. I could swing with these two actually. Trade's fine. It's only a matter of time before we lose our Ruthless Lawbringer. They could also take it. Yeah, they're just gonna pay for that one instead. Yeah, we might. Yeah, this one's really focusing on the catch almost quite a bit. can destroy this just to put this back, get this over with. And I will. Acceptable trade. Managed to be keeping up with it for a while, but our opponent does have something. I'd be surprised if he swung with that. Oh, that's so they can get it. Okay, fair. They would have loved to do it with this one. No, it doesn't return because it's a token, and now we have a tree fly version of this. So we have to be careful with trades, but at least we have flyers. Opponent now has their own sheltered by Ghost. They probably... Oh, they're gonna take this one. Oh, this is annoying. Yeah. It's the sheltered by Ghost battle. And they are drawing quite a few cards thanks to Ketramos. I could have considered adding it, I just didn't have any. No, they could exile and make a copy of it instead. Yeah, they're not going for it. We do have a little bit of a life buffer, but if... we really need to hit some of our other removal. Yeah, we might be in a losing position in this one. Shrouded Shepherd. Shrouded Shepherd did a number on us, to be fair. And I will be honest that card draw is not exactly the strongest suit of this deck. This is their third Werewolf. That's their third Werewolf bodyguard, and kind of a bit annoying. We would need an out for this, and they have another sheltered by ghosts. The Golden Sidekick's not gonna stick. Okay, we can concede this one. They just happened to hit up. We missed out a bit on our removal as well. We didn't hit quite a lot of it. It does also highlight the issues with exile-based removal from white. At least if I had gotten, I don't remember the name of this one. If I had gotten Darkstar Banishers instead, they would not be getting the card back. They would end up seeking a card which may or may not be relevant, but it would have been a much better hit. I can see the benefits of having the Ketramos there. I just don't happen to have any copies. It's kind of hard if you're drafting because you don't really want to draft Ketramos. Gonna need a third drop from here. I'm gonna mull this. Okay, but we have a lot of 2 drops here, so I'm willing to keep this. I will. I guess I give up the Vengeful Blood Witch for now. So here's me hoping for an untapped mana. Okay, did not hit. Opponent seems to be missing blue though. So this one is threatening to have a high intensity, so we better start exiling a bunch of these. Also a bit annoyed that this costs 1 mana. Okay, got a little bit of a buffer there. Opponent finally has their blue mana, so I suspect, well, if they're playing something, it's probably not counterspell. Could be sheltered, which would be quite annoying unless I can hit another mana, in which case it's duo into sheltered. Also sheltered by Ghost, and the aura itself does not have any protection, so it copies Signet. Okay, we're definitely sheltering. Though this is perpetual, so we do have to take this one. Wow, we're gonna. I guess this is more permanent. And I have to consider that because we might have to do something for Silent Hall Creeper. It didn't help that we had to take a mulligan and we... Also, it shares a card type, so... So we're gonna take this hit. We're gonna see which one it becomes a copy of. We might end up having to. It will, depending on what it will lose the can't be blocked if it, but it'll probably gain flying from one of these. Pretty nuts for flying deck. Really all in, eh? So we're gonna have to race a bit. So I'm hoping that they don't have counters per se. Mockingbird, let's copy that. But we're exiling this one. At least we're gonna try to. I can see an argument for doing it on this one, so we get 2 triggers instead of 1. I also have the concern that target creature perpetually controlled. Yeah, we don't have enough blockers. Wow, that was a. Opponent had a really busted start. Semi-busted, but you see the benefits of not going first there. It probably is an argument for us to have that. Sheltered by Ghost is fine, but I think we might want to start having other forms of removal. I like the Sheltered by Ghost because it does give us lightning, but it's not quite lightning. And we're definitely keeping this one. life creep duo into Sanguine Evangelist, but we don't exactly have a life payoff. Also, white-black seems to be the popular color of the moment. Let's see if our opponent does a moment, does a quick removal spell. Moment of Craving is the usual one. That's fine. I can probably just do this again. Yeah, because we now need to... We can stop drawing lands now, so this is... Let's see if they have more removal. So it looks like our opponent has... Okay, so it's a pure life blue deck. So I will play it like this, so we will still have creatures even. So our opponent wants to gain life. I could just chump block with a bat. Yeah, I'll just chump block with a bat for now. See if our opponent has like some sort of response, but pretty much this is 25 or more life, so opponent's about to give this one double strike. Hopefully this Evangelist next turn can help us refill. I am gonna just take. Moment of Triumph. Okay, big hit. The Nighthawk is a bit more annoying. Okay, but we now have Golden Sidekick. Into... This has lifelink, this has lifelink. I guess 2 instances is not bad. And only concedes. Yeah, we just happen to have enough removal. We would be able to grow a relatively large Sanguine Evangelist there. Our opponent had the more aggro build, but probably... Thankfully, they did not get in. Thankfully, their payoffs were on the later side. Actually, could have added some Vampire Nighthawks to the deck as well. Ooh, Undercity Sewers is nice. But I kind of chose not to. The deck was leaning more towards like white to begin with, so I wanted to take it easy on black. That said, the white to black ratio is like 2/3 to 1/3, so we could easily lean it the other way. Like if I could go for the Marauding Blight Priest for even more life gain here. So we don't have a real turn 1 play, but I do want to play this late. So I guess I play these first. Or I play the Restless Fortress. That gives me an excuse. So I can go Channeler. So I go Essence Channeler into Concealed Courtyard Sanguine Evangelist, which will help me set up the... Okay, so this is green 1-drops. So opponent also pretty brilliant start. Ooh, Phineas. But we have to take these out first. We have to You have to block these two. Still alive. So, okay, so what? We're gonna take the biggest one here. Swing with this one to gain some life. Grow these two. I might end up having to chump block with both. Because I can also just double block this one. That takes me down to 2, takes me down to 1, and I have to deal with this. I can also do it like this. I still go down to 1. I think it's easier to deal with the archer. Also helps that I do have counters, so I can actually just... So whenever your bad control attacks, you gain life, so this helps. But... I won't have the mana to pay to return it back. And I can see an argument. But let's get up to 2, get up to 6. Also remember that when this enters, I end up losing 2, so I have to be careful with that. 3 into buddies. So I take 4. So I can loop Lawbringer to take this out into another Lawbringer. I can play this, but I won't be able to return any. Hold on. I would have to swing first. And now let's see. Have to return to Evangelist because it comes with another card. That said, no tokens yet. Aha! Okay, still no tokens, but that's 5 and a 4. And only concedes that we have... I would have just chump blocked the bunny corn and just taken out the Warren guard and just kept gaining life back. So we kind of got around. It's not really, if it's going to be all about surviving early plays like this, we might want to consider adding cheap removal as well. It's starting to become a bit questionable there. Anyway, still got some time here. So I most likely play the Restless Fortress first. I can play, okay, perfect. I can play Miner, then next turn I'll most likely play Evangelist. Conjure Light. Or I could play that instead. Innkeeper's Talent, gonna start growing. So we'll take. Hope to hit our removal. We didn't quite hit it. I have to play Evangelist to draw a card, so we'll do that. Deep Cavern, that is good. Gonna swing it both. Now our opponent is gonna keep drawing this one, but I'm probably just gonna chump block with that here. Or chump block with Evangelist, actually. Play land. I suspect they play Emperor Heart Challenger. Oh no, they're just going for the Druid instead. Now if I hit another land, I can play Zorlene. Okay, didn't hit. I do hit the Golden Sidekick, so... Let's see if our opponent trades. Opponent does need a way to give trample. The Brave Vanguard is brave, it's just... Ooh, they do have the Callous Sellsword plan. And I guess they're going to pop something that we have after the fact. So they'll most likely pop it, I guess? Or let it go. I guess they pop it. They could take out, say, mine. Oh no, they're letting it go. Okay. And opponent concedes. Somehow I thought our opponent would be more aggressive, but that kind of didn't happen. Oh well, sometimes it doesn't line up like that. I guess we can do one more. I would have liked to get the cosmetic for the Shadowy Backstreet, but cosmetic for a good duel land is not something to complain about. Anyhow, let's see. So we will keep this. We are going first, so we're kind of missing out on the life gain trigger for Essence Channeler, but I guess we can just keep dumping Essence Channelers. If we hit another land, we could drop both Essence Channeler and Forsaken Miner, then we need another land to make the loop work, but it's still removal. Opponent leading on Spire Bluff Canal. I suspect removal. We kind of have to get it out of the way anyway. I can also just do this. So if you have like a Torch of Tower, it is what it is. Usually it's Burst Lightning. Okay. So definitely playing this next. We'll see what our opponent has. Ooh, Kitsa. This one probably gets removed, but kind of need another mana to make this one work. Yeah, we did cut our lands down a bit. I might have cut down a few too many. First lightning. Okay. Into him. Opponents bring the cards back, nice. So we get hit and they could do a draw discard. You really need to exile this somehow. But I'm really starting to think that Sheltered by Ghost is not the best exile spell of the bunch. I will play a Deep Cavern bat first. They did draw quite a few. Oh, and we do get to Forsaken Miner Path. So we are on the lookout for removal. They're deciding if they want to pitch first. So this one hits 4, this one hits 2. We definitely don't want the chorus growing even more, but they would just snipe this and hit the other. So it turns out the blue-red deck has a lot of cheap removal for it. Also, this will check, this is creature or planeswalker, but the amount of damage is quite high. So I will not be surprised if they snipe the bat first, but sniping the miner is going to be super weird. Oh, they sniped the miner. Okay. Take. Him. They're really drawing into the card thing. Could use one more mana, guys. Now, getting this back. Oh, I could get Essence Channeler back. Or I could just, yeah, we'll play Zorlin. We'll play Zorlin first, though we don't have, yeah, we don't have the means to pay it, but we can try to pay for it next turn. Honestly, I would probably rather just play Essence Channeler first and just try to grow it that way. But yeah, we're probably set to lose this one. Though at least we gain some extra life back. Now we just need more lands and more payoffs. Also helps that most of our deck flies. Well, they did go out of their way to craft all of these mythics, so they're probably gonna get paid for it. So the question I would ask you guys is it worth it for you guys to craft all these mythics for? Well, you have to be playing the format, so I guess I say our friend was already invested in this. They're really in on the authors, and I think this is a good deck for it. And they do have the chance to snipe it fair. Or they can copy, and they can't have enough to copy a spell. So what do they copy though? Technically, there's a trick that you cast this, then copy target. Yeah, it's copies what's on the stack. So you could just you could cast it, get the prowess, then you'll be able to copy it. You would need to hold full control. And our opponent just drew 3 of this 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, finally a fourth land, which is quite relevant for us. So Essence Channeler. Kinda wanna put the shelter here, spread it out. We can gain life with Deep Cavern for the time being, but we probably are gonna still be in trouble. Also, our opponent has enough to return it, so we have a 4/2. It's not gonna hold muster against a Ribald Shanty for sure. It's cost 1 mana. Good grief. A removal spell that just gets better and better. Would. Nice shot. Show off. If I can hit. Usually you're in trouble when the first thing you say is if I can get 1 more mana. No, the bright side is at least I do get the counter back here. But they are taking a bit of a hit here. But if our opponent managed to make a deck full of, well, actually between the Storm Chaser's talent and all this, it's pretty effective. Taking 8. We do have a Forsaken Miner, but I have nothing to sacrifice with. I can play this for the time being. But it's only a matter of time before our opponent just pays this. Yeah, our opponent was literally living off mythics. Not. Okay. And their spellbook's actually quite good too. Drawing 2 more cards. I'm probably just gonna concede this one right now. We got stalled out way too long. Our opponent managed to draw way too many cards from that chain of choruses. I kinda wanted to try it out myself. But I don't want to be crafting that many mythics. That's probably one thing that is stopping me, I guess. Would you really want to spend it? Would you really want to spend mythics on that? I personally would not. So, no, we don't have a turn 1. Well, we have a turn 1 play, it's just not playable with. Well, it is playable with what we have now, but I think I'd rather play this first, set up our next turn. A second shelter is fine. So we go right me. We go duo. Usually something like this I grab. Well, shelter is fine because it resets it, but I might rather have Darkstar Vanisher instead. Breaker. There's a Scarred Barrens. We'll just vanish this first. I would not be surprised if our opponent has a Momentum Breaker is actually quite good here. Essence Channeler, game 1. Counter. Maybe should not put all my eggs in this basket, but here we go. Reluctant Role Model. I guess I can play this first. And play this draw card. Let's see if our opponent. Well, if our opponent has removal, they're going to need to pay extra for it. So we're kind of safer there. Also, I'm still not a fan of cases of anti-eaten feast. Okay, let's see if our opponent has an out to this. No, just trade. Opponent has another reluctant role model. We're probably just gonna swing with the miner. Also gonna play this one so we can cut our lands a bit. Opponent might actually just take. In which case we wait a little bit. Now if our opponent has duress, it's a feel bad. We kind of got greedy there. But if our opponent's running Cases of Uneaten Feast, they have to be running other creatures. Take. And see what do they do. I suspect flying. Okay, lifelink. Wow, we haven't hit anything real since that. Also, I should have cracked this one. We are allowing our opponent to come back a bit, though. That's a problem. But yeah, we did get kind of flooded. It is a problem. And our opponent could gain even more life here, so we really need hit removal. I said we really need hit removal. That's the last thing I wanted to hit. So I guess we just go back. Not good, not looking good. Might as well crack this, but yeah, this is. We always seem to have kind of this bad luck. Well, if we do hit the creature, we definitely have the mana to cast whatever we get up the innocence now, but man.
I am by your side. Trust yourself and you shall win.
I had to just take it. Okay. Now we have a shot. Sack creature. Now the bad news is if we take this out now, we give all the counters to this, which is probably bad too. I'll take this out first. Okay, we didn't. Was already back, so if I had an instance, no, and if I had to sacrifice outlet, it wouldn't have mattered. Oh, I had to snipe. Oh, it goes both ways. Nice. Well, at least that's a good sort of fail. Is this a loop? I didn't put it in because this creature can't block is a big deal. double
strength
check. How many
comes
counters to take? One is dice, so banishing is another story. I could have waited, I guess. But sacrifice. Then we snipe this for sure. No need to pay the second one. Take out the Johnny.
There is still a chance for peace.
That said, we do have a ways to go. Zorlin is a good hit for him. Atlas is a bit annoying. So you draw a card. Okay, so we don't block. This is a bit of a weird one. Now that said, only if a player has one or few. Okay, so I do have to play this now. I guess I could have waited, but also an argument for having a sack outlet if we're running Vengeful Blood Witch. Opponent activates that, they'll tap it, but it will be tapped, which is... Opponent concedes. Apparently, they didn't have anything else and we had enough damage. So, there you go. We managed to survive that onslaught. Got a nice achievement to go with it. Anyway, but that's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena. And if you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, and whatnot. Start is slow, but the deck is still kind of fast, so we do have to be careful on that. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.